All right, we have a gentleman now performing for the first time here in Malta, all the way from Helsinki. I'd like to put your hands together, please, and have a very warm welcome to Mr. Joel Herman. Here he is, everybody.
Give a round of applause for Andrew as well. So yeah, hi guys. My name is Joel. A little bit about myself. I'm slightly autistic. I'm a recovering alcoholic, and I do stand-up comedy. So yeah, my parents really won the lottery. It's awesome. It's awesome. It's been a long day. I've been bopping all over the island, and at one point I went to like a restaurant bathroom, and I saw a dispenser for hand sanitizer, and on it said only for professional use. I kind of looked at it for a while and thought to myself, like, yeah, that's not a drink for amateurs. Yeah, it's been nice being here, but I've been seeing so many like walls and fences, like more than anywhere else that I've ever seen. It's like Donald Trump's wet dream. Come on. I used to think that I was a suicidal atheist, but that was before I took the bus from airport to here. And I could only think to myself, God, please let me survive this.
See why we have a religion.
Good point. Yeah. I also visited the Hypogeum today, which is the prehistoric burial ground, right? And I actually have a lot in common with the people that were buried there, because like as an autistic person, the only way that I would ever let strangers into my bedroom was that if I was dead for 5,000 years. But yeah, I am autistic, and I got that diagnosis when I was 13. And the reason why I got it was that the doctor told me that I seem cold and distant, and that I don't understand small talk. But in my experience, there's a second name for that diagnosis. It's called being Finnish. Like culturally, it could not have worked out any better. It's like, it's like, yeah, it's been the best. Like, there's a saying in Finland that being born in Finland is like winning the lottery. Well, for me, that was like 3 weeks in a row for sure, if that happened. I've been doing this for quite a while, and like being autistic has a lot of bad things about it. Like, I have trouble reading people's faces and like body language and emotions and stuff like that. But combined with stand-up, it's kind of like a good thing, because like I have no idea if this gig is going well. And honestly, I don't give a fuck. So could be that one of you is enjoying this, but I'll never know. But I've been doing stand-up for years, and back in my home country, I've gotten a bit of media attention because of it, because of the whole autism thing. And I recently got an email from a big, like daily, what do you call it? Like a tabloid paper. And I got an email, the first email was just, hey, I would like to interview you. To which my response was, of course, like, why? And like the reporter's reply to that was, sure, that's not an inconvenient time or anything. But yeah, the reporter replied back with, because you're a big voice in the autistic community, which I just took as an insult. It's like, big voice. I'm a big voice in a community where no one knows how to talk. And like, it sounds nice, but it doesn't mean anything. It's the same like saying like someone's, I don't know, Malta's best ice hockey player, It's like, sure, it sounds nice, but whatever. Or like Finland's best soccer player. when you do creative writing of any kind, you have to go outside your comfort zone quite a bit, which is why I've started working again. That was they can't all be singers. But I've started working as a substitute teacher, and I've learned quite a few things. First of all, you know that thing that they say that whenever you smoke a cigarette, you lose like 2 minutes of your life, right? Something like that. I have an alternative to that. Whenever you have to teach a music class to 8th graders, you lose like 4 hours of your life for sure. And I thought to myself, like, of course, like, kids are dumb about everything. Like that's what I thought. It's like, yeah, there's no way. It's like, as an adult, I know many things that I didn't know as a kid, and that's just how it goes. But do you guys remember or do you know what cooties are?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, oh yeah, girls have cooties, you can't touch them. Boys have cooties. But like, and I believed that as a kid. But then I realized, like, holy shit, I was right as a kid. Cooties do exist. But now I just call it chlamydia. Now I don't remember where I was going. So let me consult my notes here. I'm 27 years old, which is kind of like that magical age where, as an artist, I'm supposed to die. I still got a month left, so you know. Yeah. Yeah, I'm still alive, but like I said, I've been doing this for years. So when I started, I started thinking about it. It's like, oh no, when I'm going to be 27, I'm gonna die. So like, and I almost did, but more on that later. But I'm still here. So like, what the fuck is wrong? And then I realized, like, oh yeah, it only applies to famous and talented people. So that's why. Fuck, it almost worked. But I had a bit of a mishap with my life. I've actually, like I said in the beginning, I've been sober for 9 months since yesterday. So like, yay, good for me. Thank you. Which is a weird thing to say at a bar, I must admit. But fuck it, this is comedy, right? So, yeah, I had a bit of a mishap. I ended up going to the hospital and a detox clinic too. And whenever you hear about detox or rehab in like movies or the media or something like that, you always imagine like, you know, playing tennis with LA rock stars or stuff like that, like something really smooth. My experience wasn't quite like that. It was more like a Lithuanian prison, to put it mildly. And like, I remember going there, and the male nurse who was taking care of me, or like, you know, getting me in my room and stuff like that, and like, the last thing he said to me is like, oh yeah, because this is your first time here, don't make any friends while you're here. I was like, whoa, okay. And then the second thing he said was like, oh yeah, and like, if anybody asks you for money or something like that, just don't give them any. I was like, I work as a stand-up comic. I was like, okay, then you don't have any. I was like, it's good for you. That's good for you. But yeah, it's been cool ever since. Like I've had a bit of a trouble with it, but like I've been to the groups and what have you. And one person said to me one time that one person said to me at one time, think that you have like an allergy. You know, your body reacts differently to certain things, and that's why you can't have them anymore. So think like you have a peanut allergy. It's like, cool, it's a peanut allergy, except you're not a tough guy if you don't eat peanuts. Or, you know, like when you were 15, someone stole like a container of peanuts from their parents' peanuts. What are you? You're like peanut seller. Fuck. That was gonna be a good joke, but then my English ran out. No fucking pity applause here. I gotta work on this shit. Alright? Cool. Let me finish the joke. You know, and like when you were 15, you and your friends went to somebody's house to eat peanuts all night because their house was free. And and like marketing says that to young men that like if you buy peanuts from this company, then you'll get all the attention from the ladies. Like I have no idea where I'm going with this joke, but I just wanted to say to you that I would really like some fucking peanuts right now. That's what I'm just trying to say here. Where was I gonna go next? Fuck. I haven't done this in English for fucking forever. Oh yeah, a couple of more. So, a little bit about the drinking culture where I'm from, right? Because like there is a stereotype that Finnish people drink quite a bit. That's true. But when and there's also like this thing that Andrew said that all the performers get a free drink. That's true in Finland as well. Sometimes you get even 2, but that's it. But it's very strict. It's kind of like that's it, no more. So actually, I was reminded of this because I met an Estonian guy here. Hey, how you doing, man? First time I went to Estonia to do a gig, I went to the bar counter to say like, hey, I'm a performer here. Like, can I get free drinks or something? And I was like, yeah, sure, okay. I was like, oh okay, how many? And the dude was like, this is Tallinn. We don't have any regulations on that whatsoever. And I looked the guy in the eye and said, like, do you realize I'm from Finland? And then he was like, oh, okay, 4. Like, shut right down. It was awesome. What is that?
Never out your superpowers.
Yeah, my superpowers for sure. It's weird talking about my problems on stage sometimes, especially if there's like older people in the audience, because I often get this kind of like weird, like semi look of pity. It's really weird, but it's easy to describe. It's kind of saying like, oh, he thinks he has problems. Well, let's give him a chance. But that's the same look that I give to every 50-year-old with a new smartphone. Like, oh, he thinks he knows how to use it. Well, we'll give him a chance. 2 more jokes. I was watching this TED Talk with this American dude. You know TED Talks, right? Yeah? Everybody? Yeah. Very informational. Good basis for comedy, too. Clearly. So I was watching this TED Talk with an American dude, and he was talking about quitting drinking. And he said that only 5% of people who want to quit drinking can manage to do 90 days in a row. And out of those 5%, only 5% will ever make it to 2 years. That's 0.25%, or 1 out of every 400. That's what the guy said. And I was just in complete shock hearing that, because I had no idea that Americans could do math.
Fuck you too.
I don't know what to say here. Thank you for your service. Is that the phrase? Maybe? Okay. You know what? You're going to enjoy this next one, too. It's not about America. It's something you guys produced. I like watching a lot of really bad reality television. And have you ever guys heard of a show called The Biggest Loser?
Yes.
Yeah. To recap to those who don't know, basically the format is this. There are overweight people who are trying to lose weight. Whoever can manage to do it the best wins. Boom. That's the show. But they had a format where, like obviously they have to eliminate people on a weekly basis. And how they did it was they made the competitors stand on like a digital scale, which would show their previous weight and then their current weight. But it never showed the current weight immediately. Like the screen would flash and beep and show like random numbers that were like above and below the actual value before like flashing the actual number on the screen. And I thought that was a genius invention, and we need more of that in real life. Like every time I go to an ATM, Joel, your account balance is beep 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 €9. But anyway, my name is Joel Herman. I had a wonderful time here. Thank you so much. Maybe we'll do this.
Joel Herman, everybody.